And welcome back. And we begin with the news that Supreme Ventures Limited, SVL, wants to take over ownership of Caymanas Park and have written to the government to purchase the track, having identified 16 billion Jamaican dollars to invest over 10 years to stem the loss of millions. However, at least one stakeholder is suggesting a few changes that can turn around the racing product.
Supreme Ventures Racing and Entertainment Limited, SVL, the sole promoter of horse racing in Jamaica, a subsidiary of SVL, reported losses of close to $400 million in 2024. And the executive chairman of SVL, Gary Peart, is sounding an ominous warning.
Supreme Ventures has written the government to purchase Caymanas Park, because if we continue on the path that we are, it will surely die. What is required to develop Caymanas Park to be an international horse racing destination is going to cost in excess of $100 million US. But we've identified that $100 million US. The letter that we've written the government, we start first by stating we commit to ensure that horse racing is always a staple at Caymanas Park.
Peart says the horse racing has to be supplemented with a variety of things.
The Mute family has just bought controlling interests in Racing United, which actually I understand is on some of our lands. And SVL is looking to build a sporting and entertainment facility which will monetize to the public. Amongst other things, at some point you'll have a 3-star hotel, etc. there, if we're given this opportunity. These things, Pablo, cannot occur with a lease. And the pace at which the lease requires us to invest is not fast enough for us to turn it around.
SVL leases Caymanas Park from the government under a 30-year agreement which can be extended by an additional 30 years. The lease includes land, facilities and racing infrastructure. SVL was required to pay a little over US $300,000 every March under the lease agreement and invest $500 million over 5 years to modernize and develop the 196-acre park.
We have committed to keeping horse racing at Caymanas track. That's the reason we're going down this road. But it can't and it will not survive.
However, SVL says since 2017 it has invested significantly more than was required in the agreement, about $3 billion.
Supreme Ventures is not Gary Peart. Supreme Ventures has over 8,000 shareholders, amongst them about 5 or 6 pension funds that represents over 700,000 pensioners. They live off the dividend from Supreme Ventures. My role is to invest the capital of Supreme Ventures to get a return. The money I have spent at Caymanas since 2017, I've spent it on several different projects that has given me a significant return.
Howard Hamilton is the immediate past president of the Thoroughbred Owners and Breeders Association of Jamaica, TOBA.
The main source of your income is from the punter. 90% of your income, I think, comes from the punter, if not more than that. He is shafted every race day when he buys a ticket. Simply why? No other racing industry takes out 30% from the betting dollar, right? All other racing industries take out between 20 and 17.
Hamilton says it can be fixed by the churn effect and reintroducing the rating system.
No punter wants to buy in a race where the winner is obvious. The figures show that in 2024 you had 755 races, of which 398 of them had odds-on favorites. Nobody buys that odds-on favorite. There's something wrong with the system under which racing is being promoted. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why it is that you don't go back and introduce a rating system so horses can run competitively with each other. When you take out less money, you make more money. Why? Because there's something called churn. And the punter feels much better because he has more money to spend every race after he loses his money.
Both men were speaking at the recent launch of Hamilton's book, My Journey with the Thoroughbreds. Denise Walters for TVJ Sports.